Okay, so hello everyone, this is Elena. It's a pleasure to be here once again in the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel, and I've been thinking a lot about what type of deck I wanted to play next, because honestly, all I focus, or normally all I tend to focus, is on playing meta decks, but I am so tired of playing Lugia over and over. So today I decided to bring something that is, I believe, very funny, and that it's surprisingly very well positioned for today's meta game. In fact, it almost won one regional, and I am talking about Durant. Yeah, this little friend that came out some expansions, some sets ago, and it had never been truly played, but because the environment was not right. And as I always explain, a card or a deck is only as good as the environment where it lives. And now Durant, it seems that it has a pretty good chance to do interesting things. So I'm going to leave you with the deck explanation, and then we are going to be seeing some live games, but I hope that you enjoy this video as much as I did recording it. So, Durant. I don't know how to describe this card. Some people love it, as I do. Some people just hate it. Some other think that is just good for staying in your binder, which I think it's not the case, but yeah, whatever. It really brings me memories, and I'm going to explain in a minute just why. Just before getting through this list, I just want to remind you that in case that you want to build this deck, whether that's physically or online, if you want, you can go to Atlas Collectionables, use our discount code so that you can get, I think it's a 12% off discount of your total purchase, which is pretty good. And if you are looking for code cards to build this deck online, that you can go to PTCGO store and use also our code, which you will find down in the description, and get some... So, Durant. Some people love you, some others hate you. I'm kind of in the middle, but I will explain why in just a second. But before going into the list and explaining what we are going to be playing today, I just want to remind you that if you want some discounts, and because you want to build this deck, of course, why won't you? Because this is such an amazing and funny deck. If you want to build it physically, you can go to Atlas Collectionables, that is one of our sponsors, and you can use our discount code. And if you want to get the codes to trade these cards, you can do the same thing at PTCGO store. So I really encourage you to take a look at the description, where you will find all the links that you can use to get things, and also that support us along the way. Now, having said that, I have a lot of memories when it comes to Durant, because when I was a young little girl, pretty lost in the Pokémon world and trying to start without having any money in my pocket, there was this person from my local store that gave me a Durant deck to play with. The Durant, I don't know if it will appear here, this Durant from Black and White. No, it does not appear. So there was this Durant from the Black and White era that discarded cards from the opponent's deck, and it was such an amazing and funny deck to play. So of course I cannot be happier to see that there is another version of this Durant. The only difference is that this is a grass type Pokemon now. So Durant, when I first saw it, I thought that it was not going to be played, that it was the typical, you know, the meme deck that was kind of funny. Maybe you would face some of them while playing in the Pokemon TCG ladder, but that was pretty much it. However, we had Brisbane Regional 2 weeks ago, and it almost won the entire event. How is that possible? Well, in order to understand the potential of a deck, you always need to look at the surroundings. Durant is a control-ish kind of deck that is focused on discarding cards from the deck of your opponent. So it's a mill strategy. Mill means to discard cards. So in order to activate that, we will need to attach a double colorless energy and use Devour. For each of your Durant in play, you discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Great. So the idea of this deck is, first of all, to set up as many Durants as you can in your turn 1, and you run a lot of searching cards to do that. And the good thing is that if some Durants, by bad luck or for whatever reason, if they get into your prize cards, don't worry, because we have Hisuian Heavy Ball that can get them for us. The idea is exactly that, to use the Devour turn after turn after turn until we reach a point in which our opponent is going to be left out of resources. And by the way, this list that I am currently showing on the screen got third in Brisbane and was piloted by Anthony Ferney. I am not sure if I am pronouncing the name right, but apologies in advance, just in case. Now, sometimes the issue that this deck has is that if you focus on Devour too much, you will run out of resources to replenish your hand and to keep streamlining your attackers. So that's why Radiant Venusaur is the perfect but support Pokemon here, because it will ensure that you always have cards in hand. So you can go use a couple of Battle VIP passes during the first turns, set up your field, and then just rely on the power on Radiant Venusaur to get the cards that you need. There is another thing that you need to note while playing this deck, and it's that the strategy that your opponents are going to play or are going to follow while playing against Durant is to have just one big Pokemon with a lot of energies attached and try not to bench any others for fear that you're going to boss orders them, or for fear that they will need more resources to retreat them. So in order to survive that type of situations, we are now going to be playing Yell Horn, which will confuse our opponent. It will also confuse our Durant, but don't worry, because that's why we are running this Castform, which has free retreat cost, that will be our pivot. So we will, one of our Durants is going to get KO, Castform will go into the active position, we will use Yell Horn, and then we will retreat freely so that Durant can keep attacking. The most important element about this deck is that you need to always have, ideally, 4 Durants on the field. That means that you are going to be playing a lot of Rescue Carriers and recycling cards. If 4 Rescue Carriers is not enough, then we run 1 copy of Klara, which is mainly going to be used to recycle Pokemon, because as you can see, we don't run basic energies. Apart from that, the rest of the deck, I think it's really self-explanatory and pretty straightforward. We run 4 cards of basically everything. Maybe one of the most important cards of the deck or of the strategy is Cape of Toughness, because even if you think that Durant does not live that much, which is true, Cape of Toughness will make it sturdy enough to survive maybe 1 or 2 hits, and if you're able to do that, then you are golden. Bruno's to draw the cards that you need once your Durants have fallen, Serena that can act as a flexible card between gasting and drawing cards, Sidney in case that your opponent is playing very passively and holding onto their energies, Pyukumuku because basically it's the card that you always want to have in your hand because it will prevent you from decking out and also get some additional resources. The only thing maybe to end with about this deck is that remember that you are going to be running 2 copies of Yveltal from Celebrations, so this is a really good card in case that you are facing against when you are facing decks that are purely based around special energy cards. And that's it, basically. A very straightforward deck, very funny. It will cause a lot of rage quittings, and the reason why it got so high in Brisbane, because I didn't explain it, is the fact that a lot of the meta decks right now are put in a very difficult position against Durant. Lugia, if you play against Lugia, you can discard them a ton of different energies and they will be left without resources. Control strategies normally cannot beat Durant because you leave them out of resources before they even do. What else? Maybe your worst pairing is going to be Lost Box, but if you're able to avoid Lost Box, I think you're good. So without having having said all of that, now we're going to jump ahead onto the ladder, see how this deck actually works real life. And yeah, if you have something that you'd like to see in the next video, just let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be checking for them and I will hopefully bring you something even funnier for the next week. Now, let's see some games. Okay guys, so let's see how this goes. Durant can really backfire, especially if you play in the Pokemon TCG ladder, because you never know what you're going to face. And you never know what you're going to run against. Maybe we run against a lot of Arceus and we just lose. So we get to go second. This is kind of good because I could potentially attack this turn if I am able to get some Durants going on and placing them on my bench. So I will get a mulligan, and this seems to be something like Shadow Rider Calyrex because of the right hand. I don't think I am facing a control deck, am I? Okay, whatever. So let's draw one card, and the hand is good. Oh, Solrock Lunatone. Hand is okay-ish. I don't know how I'm going to be doing against this deck because they can basically KO everything that I promote. So I need to be like super aggressive and start milling a lot of cards, I would imagine. Dragonzord, and if he uses a lot, well, if she, I think it's, I don't know. But if my opponent is able to, you know, burn a lot of cards, then this will be really good for me. And especially, he needs to be careful on the amount of nets that they play. So let's see. So far, not a really quick start from his side. So double Dragon Shoes. Well, I mean, no, it was not a bad start at all. So double Solrock, still no energies onto the discard pile, and promotes the Lunatone. Okay. So first thing we are going to do here is to see if there is something important in the prize cards. There is one Durant. So we are going to go ahead and take that Durant. Then I'm going to attach the energy here. We'll play down the Cape. I don't think it's going to matter that much, but maybe it will. Who knows? And then I have the possibility to play Pokégear. I think I am taking Klara. Yeah, I think I'm just... This is not the best thing because I'm kind of wasting resources. But and Peony is... should I go for Peony? I think I should. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. So let's go for Peony here because I want to set up. So Peony is going to give me a Battle VIP Pass, which is something that I really need. Probably No, I'm going to go for the Battle VIP Pass. I think that's the way to go here. So Battle VIP Pass, that's going to give me double Durant, which is of course what I want to see. And then this will give me a free retreater and the Radiant Venusaur. So with that, I think that we are pretty well set up. We will devour 4 cards, and hopefully they are all useful cards, and then we will get some extra cards. Don't want to see that many energies in my hand, but that's fine. So bad thing is that we were able to provide my opponent with a lot of energies, so he can potentially now attack me. At least the good thing, or the good news, is that we were able to send one Scoop Up Net to the discard pile. So potentially if we are able to boss his orders, Solrocks, maybe he will run out of energies or something like that. By the way, I promised that I really tidy up, what's the word, like, well, prepare myself for the video, but still, like, my hair looks terrible. Whatever. So let's see. Lunatone now has 3 energies attached. That means that it is dealing 220 damage. So missing 1 energy for the KO, which is probably something that is going to be easily getting now after that professor's research. Vitality Band, which is not that important. Great. So we survive. That's amazing. Can't complain. So let's just prepare ourselves. Let's discard the Yveltal, which is going to do absolutely nothing at all. Let's go for Pyukumuku. I probably won't play anything just because I want to hold into this energy for later on. And let's just devour. Yep. Oh, the memories. Let's devour and let's get 1 more extra card. Please, can I stop drawing energy cards so that I can Peony? Anyways, that is good. So he's run out of Rescue Carriers, which is not really relevant in this matchup because I already have everything that I am never going to KO a Lunatone. So let's promote Castform, and then let's play this here. So maybe play this here again. I need to I want to hold my energy. I know that I'm going to devour less than I could or than I should, but still, it's not bad. Because next turn, we are going to use Peony for a Rescue Carrier, which is pretty good for us. And we will still have some more attacks. So, I think that what I'm going to be looking for next turn is to confuse my opponent and force him to have Scoop Up Net, like to retreat manually and then use Scoop Up Net, but that is going to force him to be using resources. Now, another big question for us is whether he runs Marnies or Super Rods, which can somehow slow us down. Okay, so as you see, now we are getting KO. That was pretty normal. Now what we are doing here is we are attaching another energy here. I don't think I am going to need the Scoop Up Net, so let's just use Peony, and we are going to get one Rescue Carrier and one Yell Horn. That is it. So Rescue Carrier, that's going to give us double Durant. We will play double Durant, and then we are going to Yell Horn here. Now what we are going to do is retreat, promote Durant, and just devour again. Let's see if we can get things going. And yes, we will then draw 4 extra cards because of the effect of Venusaur, which is pretty good. Okay, so my opponent is now down to 14 cards, but he only needs to get 4. He only needs to get 4 cards. So let's see how many energies though they have. Okay, he retreats, Lunaton onto the active position. He could have used maybe a net, and he. No, I was thinking that we wouldn't get KO. Anyways, I don't know what got into me. Okay, fine. So another energy. I will just attach it. So I only have 2 Rescue Carriers, which is not ideal, but I think I'm going to use it. Let me see quickly what I have left. Okay, and I'm going to use Bruno because at this point, and Rose Tower again, because at this point something that I really need to find is another Yell Horn, which is here. Okay, fine. So Yell Horn, so that will force him to retreat. I know that Yell Horn is not really going to matter that much. No, it won't matter at all, basically. But at least I am forcing him to retreat, and well, that's kind of okay. So he attacks me. Okay, fine. Then even my capes don't matter that much. So only 2 prizes for him. Let's see. Let's promote Castform, and I really need to check what I have left in my deck. Sorry. Let me check very quickly. What do I have left? So Klara is prized, and that is something that I don't want to see, but Klara is prized. So let's use Pyukumuku. Okay. Sidney, okay-ish. I will play it just for... Yeah, I think I'm going to play Sidney just to see what they have. Nothing very interesting. So I'm going to discard a Pokestop from here, and I will just use Durant. And I wonder if I want to do something else. I probably don't. So let's go ahead. But I need the energy next turn. I do need the energy next turn. So you know what? We're going to get rid of the stadium. We're going to get rid of the stadium so we can at least draw some extra cards from... Yeah, we're going to do this. Perfect. And that's it. And then we will devour. Okay, so we devour 3 energies. We get 1 more card, which in this case, nothing very relevant. Nothing very, very, very relevant. So another attack, and that's the problem. Now We will devour 4 cards, but there is no way for us to accelerate the damage. We will leave our opponent with just 1 card. That was a pity, because Klara was already on the discard pile, so that has truly been a pity. I don't think I can really win with my current. I don't think that I can currently win. Yeah, let's pitch a Pyukumuku, just 1 card. 1 card and we would have won. It's a pity, again. But I don't know if there is something that I could have done better, maybe. I don't know if there is something that I could have done better here. Well, you know, maybe it doesn't have all the energies and all of that. Let's try. Let's use Devour, and my opponent will draw, but if he gets the attack, then he just wins. So that is it. That is it. All he needs to do basically is retreat, attack, and it was the fact that there was this moment. Oh, well, and he has boss's orders, yeah, whatever. The fact that there was this moment in which I couldn't play Klara because I think it was on. I had to get rid of it. So there was one attack that I was not able to complete with the full 4 Durant in prizes, and then my opponent played well. The Yell Horn didn't really make a difference here, so that was a pity. It was a good game, but it was a pity the fact that I was 1 card short. Okay, next game. So I win the coin flip. I'm going to start. Hopefully I will draw a lot of Battle VIP passes, which I don't. Oh my god, the hand! What's wrong with this hand? Why do I always draw so many energies? I don't want to draw energies. Okay, whatever. So let's get rid of the Yell Horn probably. Let's go for Durant here. I need to touch my energies. So let's go for the twin energy. Let's pass the turn. Not much that I can. No, not much. I cannot do much here. Also, if I am playing against Vikavolt, that's going to suck. If he is running an item lock based deck, that's going to be very, very problematic. And also, if he runs Greninja, that's also going to be an issue. So let's see. So far, we are not getting much information apart from the Echoing Horn. That tells me, well, Echoing Horn, that's not part of Palkia Vikavolt, is it? Oh, okay, so this is Palkia Vikavolt. Okay, great. So I don't know how we are going to do to win this one. He didn't start well, which is good, I would imagine. Now, what do I do here? Hand is terrible. I just need to go ahead and Peony, but I'm sacrificing 2 energies for that. That's terrible. Like, what are the odds? So I'm getting just Level Ball and so Venusaur is here basically, and I need something for the next turn. So all I can do, considering that I cannot play any Battle VIP passes, is I'm going to go for Bruno, and for 1 Level Ball I will get myself a Durant. Then I will use the Rose Tower to draw some cards. Okay, this is kind of good, at least I am setting up. But I don't think it's truly worth to attack with 1 lone Durant. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn. I want to maximize as much as I can my drawing power. Yeah, so 2 energies down. I still have some energies, but that's going to be a difficult one. And my opponent decides not to attack. Okay, I don't know why he's not attacking, but if I get a Durant out, I will attack. Okay, so Durant out. Let's place this here. I'm going to play this down. I'm going to attach these. Not that this is going to matter, but I'm going to touch this, and then at least I can use Rose Tower to draw some cards, and that's it. I'm just going to simply devour. My opponent, I think it's taking a very passive kind of approach, which is okay. I'm a bit concerned about him now using Vikavolt and knocking me out, but I don't think he can do it and attack. And what happens? Is he angry? Why is he not happy with this? I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but I am definitely going to take advantage of this. So I will set up my Radiant Venusaur, then, and that's it. I think I'm good. I will just devour. I think in a good position now. Ooh, okay, so Radiant Greninja gone, that's good, that's really good. And why is he not attacking? Is there something like, did he go missing? No, he's active still. Okay, I don't know, I'd better not ask. So nothing was grabbed with... Okay, so he has resources, it's just that he didn't draw them? Okay. Okay, he didn't draw them. Now he seemed to be forced to use Origins form Palkia just to attack. Fine. So, well, these kind of decks, they run a lot of Marnies, which is something that I don't really like. But okay. So I think Klara here could be what I want to do. Yeah, Klara here is going to give me another Durant, and then I'm going to retreat, I'm going to promote one Durant, and I will just devour. So 4 more cards will be sent to the discard pile, and then Venusaur will activate. And this is good. So Rescue Carrier is good. I should still have some. 23 cards for my opponent playing very passively. My opponent is playing really passively, which is something that I completely understand, because that's what you need to do against this type of decks. Now, the thing is that he will need to evolve, because if not, he's going to be without attacking options. And what we will do is to Yell Horn him and hope that he gets nothing to retreat and, you know, or to force him to see more resources in his deck. Now, he's used the Sailstone to get a card from his hand, and he seems to be now going for Vikavolt. Okay. He's now going for Vikavolt. Okay, that's kind of fine. Melony, so that means we are going to be dealing with a Vikavolt attack, and item lock sucks. Item lock completely and absolutely sucks. What is he going to put there? Durant? Okay, he cannot KO my Durant. Kind of fine. So at least I get one more attack, which is good. What is bad is that I cannot use any of my supporters. So I wonder if I really want to use Peony here. I think I will need to use Peony here for 2 main reasons. One of them is because I want to get myself a supporter, and the other one is because well, that's basically it. I basically want to get myself a supporter so I can get energies and keep attacking. But that's it. That was not the best thing. Let's attack. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if now it's going to be a bit too late, but let's try. Because not being able to recycle my ants, this sucks. So another Paralyzing Bolt. Okay, I'm going to promote the other Durant. Well, of course, the one that has free retreat. Pyukumuku will be used now. Yes, please, I want to draw one card. So not much that I can do here. I could potentially place down the Yveltal, so maybe to have less cards in deck and to see if I can draw into more energies, which is something that I don't. Okay, so careful with that, because Pyukumuku won't work. And then use Devour. Devour for 3 cards. If we are able to break out the item lock, that's going to be huge. If we are not, I don't know what we are going to do. But That's a problem. Okay, so pitch a Pyukumuku. I want some energy cards. Can I please get some energy cards? That would be amazing. And of course I don't get any energy cards. So I will just Devour. Again, like, not the best thing in the world, but I think I just need to Devour. I just need to Devour, and next time... Now another Paralyzing Bolt. Okay. That's bad. Let's promote Castform. If only I had been able... Okay, that's good. I was thinking that if only I had been able to attach my cape to the Durants, now this would have been absolutely game-changing. Let's attack with Durant. And now what we are doing with this is we are forcing him to play Marnie, which he probably would. He probably has a Marnie in hand. He probably has a Marnie. So, okay, he attaches one energy. Wait, did we just win? Does he not have a Marnie? Because if that's the case, we just won. Yay, we just won. I want to check his list because I think he played correctly. It's just that he was not able for some reason to find Marnies. How many Marnies is he playing? Oh, wow, he's not playing Marnies. Okay, so we basically had this one. I'm looking back, I think that for this deck I should have played a little bit more aggressively, but I didn't know exactly. I thought that this was a Beakable deck, not a Palkia Beakable deck, and I should have tried to use my Peonies early game to find my Cape of Toughness so that my little ants would be able to resist at least 3 attacks from Beakable, and that would have made the difference. The good thing is that we ended up winning, so yeah, as you can see, it's like a super straightforward type of deck, very funny and very difficult, very easy to play, but you're not going to be making friends along the way, so just play it under your own risks. Having said that, thanks so much for being here with me in another video from the Shuffle Squad, and I will leave you with some announcements from our sponsors. So thank you so much, and please leave any feedback that you have about this deck or about myself in the comments down below, because I will be reading them. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye and have a nice day!
The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Atlas Collectibles, the best place to buy any trading card game product online. Visit atlastcg.com and at the checkout screen make sure to use code TSS12 to save an unbeatable 12% off your entire order. Atlas Collectibles will ship your product anywhere in the world, so make sure you're taking advantage of the 12% savings with TSS12. And if Pokemon is not your thing, don't worry. Go to atlastcg.com and see all the other amazing trading card game products they have there to offer.
The Shuffle Squad is partnered with PTCGO Store to provide our community with the best access to Pokemon TCG codes. They have codes available 24/7, instant email delivery, and you can save 5% off by using code TSS5. If you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll have access to a special code that gets you 10% off. So what are you waiting for? Use code TSS5 today and save 5% on your next order of codes on any codes available at PTCGOstore.com.
PokeXWord, the best place to get your fill of Pokemon-inspired puzzles. New puzzles are posted every day, and they recently launched a new Guess That Pokemon puzzle, which is a ton of fun to play. Go check them out at PokeXWord.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter for your chance to win a ton of PTCGO codes every month.
Check out the Late Night Series Season 6, brought to you by myself, Zach Lesage, and the Shuffle Squad. We're going to be running a bunch of sick events for the Pokemon community, and they start on August 30th. So one thing you might be noticing here is that there's an EU time and an NA time. We have one at 12 p.m. Eastern, which works out to about 5 p.m. in London. And then we have one at 7 p.m. Eastern, which should help out a lot of players on the West Coast play in this event. That being said, we still have a lot of cool things going on. Expect similar prizing that we've had for other Late Night Series events. Expect better staffing. Expect better tournament experiences. And of course, we do have a stream going up for this season as well, and I will be streaming the event on Twitch. That being said, we have the whole season up on the Play Limitless website. Late Night 51 all the way through 70 runs until we hit the Invitational on November 5th. So check that out, sign up today, and support Zacklessage events and the Shuffle Squad. See you there.